Hello everybody, Killatia here. Hope y'all are having a good time today. And this time, besides making sure my microphone works for this year's PAX East, we are taking a look at Dungeon Defenders Going Rogue here. A roguelike take on the classic tower defense slash RPG game that we all love and enjoy since 2013. Well, at least a game I enjoyed in 2013, so anyways, is this a good game? Well, we're going to dive a little bit deeper in that in just a few seconds. I will say, however, that I definitely had a lot more fun with this game compared to the last roguelike games that I played, Tombstone here. But let's not dwell on to that. Let's actually dive right into the review. As I mentioned earlier, Going Rogue is a roguelike twist to the Dungeon Defenders formula. I do remember when it was first released last year in early access, whether it was really needed to be its own separate game or should have been released as a new game mode in Dungeon Defenders Awakening. And I'm not going to dive too deep into that because I already talked to the developers about that at last year's PAX East. But I do say that I can see where these complaints are coming from, since many of the stages are just like truncated smaller versions of what you can find in the regular game. The same can be applied to the graphics and the sound. Since Going Rogue is based on Awakening, they're pretty much gonna be looking more or less the same. But still, they look good in Awakening, and they still look good here in Going Rogue, so not necessarily a negative, just something to point out here. But the real changes between the two are going to be in the gameplay. In Going Rogue, the towers that you build are only going to be available on the field temporarily, so they will disappear after a certain time. Basically what it means is you gotta be more interactive with taking out the enemies than you know you would in Awakening. And also the stage orders are also different each time you play. You may start out in the mines the first time around, but on the next playthrough of the game you may be starting off in a different stage, so that is something to consider. And the rewards that you get after each rave also tend to be randomized as well. So you're definitely getting a different kind of feel every time you play a new game of Going Rogue, which is good considering it's supposed to be roguelike. As for the controls, I really didn't have any issues with it, especially with the keyboard and mouse that I haven't been playing. However, with the December update, you'll now be able to use a gamepad with Going Rogue as well. So if you don't prefer the keyboard and mouse, you are more than welcome to use a controller, and based on my limited experience with it, it's not a bad option. Speaking of updates, I think the developers have been doing a pretty decent job updating the game since its launch on early access last year. For example, the already mentioned controller support that was released in the December update, but they've also released previously 2 new playable characters for the game. For example, the warden here in this gameplay footage that I'm going to be showcasing for the rest of the video. And then, once you get to a high enough level, you'll be able to unlock a new character, EVGR. So, I do like it when a game is constantly updated with new content throughout its lifespan. Overall, I have enjoyed my time with Dungeon Defenders Going Rogue. However, I'm not sure if it's actually worth the asking price of $14.99 since A, it's still in early access at the time of this recording, and B, a lot of the access has been lifted from Dungeon Defenders Awakening. However, I will say that I have seen the game go as low as $4 during a Steam holiday sale, so if you can find it for that price, And if the developers continue to include new updates and content to the game, then I would say definitely pick it up at that price point. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope to catch you all next time.